Welcome to Dharma Daily, where ancient Buddhist wisdom meets the challenges of modern life.
4 Buddhist teachings to find true happiness. The secret to happiness for lay people, according to the Buddhist teachings. In life's journey, most of us are searching for something quite simple, to live peacefully and be happy. But what exactly is true happiness? Is it material comfort, or the calm you feel when you lay your head down to rest at night? Buddhism offers a profound answer to this question, especially for those leading a family life filled with responsibilities and daily pressures. Happiness, more than just a feeling. Ask someone why they work hard every day, and you'll likely hear responses like, to make money, to care for my family, or to be successful. But underneath all these reasons lies one core desire, the pursuit of happiness. We chase goals, believing they will eventually bring us joy. Yet, according to the Buddha, happiness is not just an emotional state that comes and goes. It is a form of fulfillment that can be cultivated, nurtured, and sustained through mindful living and meaningful actions. Can lay people truly be happy? Not everyone is destined to become a monk. Most of us are bound to a worldly life, raising children, managing a home, fulfilling duties. But this doesn't mean that a householder cannot live a spiritually fulfilling life. In fact, the Buddha clearly taught that those living in the world can indeed experience deep happiness if they understand and apply 4 essential principles. 1. Joy and honest effort. The first pillar of happiness comes from knowing you have earned your livelihood through rightful effort. Not all wealth brings peace of mind. It depends on how that wealth was acquired. When you dedicate time and energy to working honestly, without deception, or harming others, you are laying the first stone in building a joyful life. This is a deep and stable form of joy. It's not about how much money you have, but how you feel about the way you earned it. One can live in luxury, but if the money was made by causing harm, guilt will always linger. On the other hand, when you know you've worked ethically, there is pride and self-respect, an inner glow that money alone cannot buy. 2. Joy in conscious spending. Earning money is one thing. Knowing how to use it meaningfully is another. Many spend their entire lives accumulating wealth, only to forget that money is a tool, not the end goal. True happiness comes when you use your wealth wisely and with purpose. The Buddha taught that when you spend your money to support your parents, raise your children, help others in need, or simply maintain a peaceful household, your resources become seeds of happiness. On the contrary, if wealth is used to show off, compete, or indulge in meaningless pleasures, it can become a trap rather than a blessing. Spending with mindfulness, living within your means, and sharing with compassion, these are the signs of a truly fulfilled life. 3. Joy in financial freedom. In today's world, borrowing is common, but debt can weigh heavily on the soul. The Buddha emphasized that a great form of peace arises when one is free from financial obligations. Imagine no longer fearing loan deadlines, no longer being dependent on others' money. What a relief that would be. Financial freedom doesn't mean being rich. It means being wise, spending less than you earn, avoiding unnecessary loans, and learning to be content with what you have. Freedom from debt lifts an invisible burden from the heart. It's a kind of liberation that brings with it quiet joy and mental clarity. 4. Joy from a blameless life. The final and most important pillar is the happiness that comes from living with integrity. One may have money, spend it well, and be debt-free, but if they live in guilt or self-reproach, true happiness will always remain out of reach. This is why Buddhism places great importance on ethical conduct, sincere speech, and compassionate action. When you act from a pure heart, you have nothing to hide. You can rest at night without regret, knowing you have not betrayed your conscience. People who live with moral clarity do not need to boast. Their presence naturally attracts trust and affection. Most importantly, they experience a deeper kind of joy, the joy of being in harmony with themselves. A harmony of all four. The Buddha never discouraged material well-being, especially for those living in the world. He understood that in this life we all need shelter, food, and family. But he also taught that material pursuits must be guided by spiritual wisdom. Wealth should serve us, not rule us. These four types of happiness, honest livelihood, mindful spending, freedom from debt, and moral integrity are not just rules. They are a map, a guide for lay people to walk toward a life of balance and deep satisfaction. You don't have to become a monk to find peace through the Dharma. Even in the chaos of daily life, you can live deeply, live beautifully, and live with true joy if you choose the right path. This world will never be perfect, but the way you live can make it meaningful. As the Buddha said, there is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path.